Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And sorry to inform you, but this is the last episode of What If Naruto had 9 Kekkei Genkai. So, I hope you guys enjoy this series. Thank you for following me on this journey and I hope you enjoy this final episode. So, you guys can switch across the playlist if you're new to check out from part 1 and up to this point. So thank you all again for your help and your support. And also over on Anime King, I posted a new episode of What If Naruto took his training seriously. So go ahead and check it out. And later on, I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto created its own village. So stay in tune for that as well. And over here, I'm going to be posting What If Naruto joined the Akatsuki. So stay in tune for that as well. And remember guys, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, and you enjoy the videos on both channels, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you all for your help and your support, but for now, let's get straight into this new episode. So, a lot of things happened in the last part. Let me give you guys a bit of a recap. Taejun was revealed to be Naruto from the future, as Fluffy was a nine-tailed fox. So Taejun faced off against Sasuke, as the both of them had an epic battle. Sasuke turned to the side of pure darkness, as future Naruto wasn't able to stop him. So the both of them battled their hearts out, until Sasuke uses Kamui, as he killed Obito back in that timeline, and take his ability to get more powerful than Naruto, as he sent Naruto in a weird dimension where the Nine Tails Fluffy helped him out, as they got sent into all different universes, where Naruto met all types of Naruto in a world where he gave in to hatred and turned pure darkness, and it is called the Blood Snatcher. As Blood Snatcher faced off against future Naruto, the both of them had an epic battle, and Blood Snatcher was looking for and ready to take all Kekkei Genkais, but his plan backfired as he put his Kekkei Genkais inside of future Naruto. So future Naruto and Fluffy traveled the other multiverse as he trained to get strong enough. He then arrived back to his time where he faced off against Sasuke and defeated him. But Sasuke was not fully defeated, as him and Sakura used a weird technique as they traveled back to the past. Well, just their souls, their physical bodies were defeated, as they implanted their souls into their younger bodies, and that is why they're back at this form. So Taejun used the Kyuubi, Fluffy, to travel back in time, but it damaged his body. So that is why Taejun handed over all the Kekkei Genkais to younger Naruto. And in the future, when Sasuke took down Itachi and Kakashi, they gave Taejun something, as he just realized that it was the Sharingan, as he had a mixture of both of their Sharingans. Now, Taejun is trying to prevent everything, as he's face to face with the future Sasuke, the both of them ready to have their epic battle, so that this universe will not turn out as his universe did. He won't let his friends die. And the younger Naruto faced off against Sakura, as she has fully control over her young body, and she was wiping the floor with all of them until Fluffy appeared and killed her. And we now skip to Taejun versus Sasuke. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's begin this new episode. Sasuke uses Black Fire on Taejun, but because of the Sharingan, it doesn't work on him. Remember, that doesn't work on me, said Taejun, as Sasuke was furious. How dare you mock the Uchiha with your false Sharingan? As Taejun chuckled. No, it's real. Now then, I suggest fighting me. Beast Wave Palm! The ear palm was sent at Sasuke, who dodged it, as he then activated his Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, as he created Susanoo arm and slammed right into Taejun, as Taejun burst into smoke. Shadow clones? Always with the damn shadow clones, Sasuke shouted, as he then felt a hand grab his leg, Earth Release, Double Suicide Decapitation Technique. Taejun dragged Sasuke into the ground, trapping him as his head was only thing above surface. As Sasuke muttered, blazing flames, Amaterasu, as he used it to destroy the ground around him as he burst out. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to take this seriously, said Taejun. Shadow Clone Jutsu, as 3 Shadow Clones appear as they use the body flicker technique and they vanish. As one went to the north, one went to the south, one went to the east, and the real Taejun went to the west as they surrounded Sasuke. Sasuke smirked as he said limelight, as a beam of electricity shot from his hand as it went up in the sky, as it then started raining down everywhere. Everything around him was being destroyed as Taejun had to use his aura release aura bubble to block the attack. As Sasuke then turned, seeing the real Taejun as his clones were dispelled. Chidori, electric spear as he charged, ready to stab Taejun. Be swift, palm, said Taejun as he blasted after Sasuke, who jumped out of the way. As Taejun then rushed through hand sign, lava release. Surface, he said, as lava burst out of the water and created a new island as the water made it solid. As Taejun then jumped on the island as he ran through hand sign, wood release, Senjutsu forest, sacred sealing art, flavor ramen cup, as a stone ramen cup appeared along with the forest. As Taejun, eyes started to turn into sage mode. Sasuke was pissed as he rushed towards the island. Thunderbird Sage Lightning Technique, said Sasuke. Dozens of small birds formed from electricity flew from Sasuke to destroy the trees. Wood release Acorn Rapid Bullet Technique, said Taejun as he fired out of his mouth as the 2 attacks cancel out each other. Blaze release Fire of Hell, said Sasuke as a giant blaze of fire formed around the island, ready to incinerate everything around it. As Naruto summoned 2 clones. Dust release Barrier of Whirl, he said, as all the Shadow clones created a barrier as it blocked off the fire that was going to burn the island. As Sasuke used lightning threads to stab all of the clones, dispelling them, but the original jumped away. Not bad at all, Sasuke, said Taejun, as he then breathed in deeply. Fire release, flaming bullets as he fired flaming bullets towards Sasuke, who run through hand sign as well. Fire release, fire snakes, as he released a ton of snakes as the flaming bullets and the snakes collided. As Sasuke dashed through the dust as he was at Taejun, his blade in hand. Prepare to die, he said. Shadow striking ramen, as Taejun used 2 strands of ramen to bind Sasuke, who was now fuming with anger. As this shadow ramen pulled back Sasuke, slamming him into the stone ramen cup, as Naruto summoned a clone. As they started to form the Rasen Shuriken, as he raised his hand up in the air and pumped a lot of chakra into it as he released the Rasen Shuriken to wipe Sasuke off of the face of this earth. Amaterasu appeared on the ramen strand and burned them away as Sasuke jumped up. As Naruto was prepared, fire release. Shuriken Rasengan, he said, as this shuriken was covered in fire. As it was then that Taejun did something ninja art, controlling force, as he controlled the 2 shurikens as they froze in mid-air, as he then summoned 7 clones as all of them created a shuriken. Scorch release shuriken, lightning release shuriken, aura release shuriken, as all of them prepared their attack as it surrounded Sasuke. As Taejun released them all, Kirin, said Sasuke, as the giant lightning dragon emerged from the sky from all the fire techniques he used earlier, as it slammed down on the ground, vaporizing all of the shurikens and destroying the island. Taejun then used teleport as he exited the area, as Sasuke used Oniki's technique to float in the air, which he stole a long time ago, as the both of them appeared a distance away on another island. As Sasuke was huffing, as Taejun stood there as well, tired himself. It doesn't matter what you do, said Sasuke. You will not defeat me. I am an Uchiha. As dark purple energy started to form around him. Susanoo, said Sasuke as a giant form emerged around him as Taejun looked up at the giant monster. As we go into a flashback to the first universe that Taejun visited. As Taejun was looking at Sasuke, a young version of him, who seemed much happier. The village was also different and seemed like it missed something. And to Taejun's surprise, Itachi's face was on the stone wall instead of Tsunade. Who are you, stranger? Said Sasuke. As Taejun looked at him, he seemed so calm, no vengeance or hate inside of him. I don't believe I need to tell you, but I think something is missing in this village, Taejun said. And you also seem kind of depressed. What's up? Taejun asked. Oh yeah, my family, said Sasuke. What happened to them? A man in a strange orange mask slaughtered them. Itachi, my brother, now the fifth Hokage, and I wasn't here at the time. As Taejun raised an eyebrow. But that isn't the old story, am I right? Did they blame anyone for doing it? Yes, said Sasuke. They blamed the Jinchuriki. His name is Uzumaki Naruto. It was cruel. He was my best friend and the adopted son of the Uchiha clan, the only clan that accepted him for the matter. The only place that would feed him was my uncle's shop, said Sasuke. As Taejun took in all of that, that means, in this universe, did everyone hated Naruto? Did everyone hated me? Taejun said. What about Ichiraku Ramen and the old man? Taejun wondered. And I take it that didn't end well, Taejun asked, as a tear came at Sasuke's eye. A huge mob attacked him, led by the former third Hokage and the head of the Yamanaka clan and a crippled old man named Danzo. Inoue struck him with a mental jutsu that messed up his head and he went insane. He fled from the village, but my brother removed all those jerks' head for what they did. As Sasuke then looked away sadly, everyone claims that he was a monster. Taejun then placed a hand on Sasuke's shoulder. See to it one day that your friend will be seen as a victim and not a monster, because he isn't. And the both of you become great like your brother Itachi. Wait, you never told me your name, said Sasuke as Taejun was walking away. As Taejun chuckled. It's not important, said Taejun with a smirk. And take the girl out that is stalking you on a date, okay? Huh? Said Sasuke as Taejun vanished. Another universe, Universe 43. Taejun landed out of a Kamui portal as he dropped down hard as Fluffy fell on top of him. Damn universe traveling. I always seem to land painfully and you on top of me, said Taejun as Fluffy chuckled. As Taejun got up and dusted off his cloak. As they had to wait 3 days because it takes 3 days for them to charge a Kamui to jump universe. As they learned that in Universe 7, as they went through a lot of things already. 3 days later, what the hell, said Taejun as he jumped out of the way, as he was fighting the devil that existed in this universe instead of the Shinigami, as Fluffy had offended the devil and now he wanted to kill them. As Taejun realized something, who the devil was. It was an evil version of Hinata, as he could see it. Behind all that shadow and darkness, it was her inside of it. Hey, if she's the devil, then who or what is the rest of the Hyuga, said Fluffy as she tried to blast evil Hinata, but she just blocked the attack, as no jutsu could harm her. Damn evil entities, said Taejun. They don't follow any of the rules. What the hell kind of universe is this? Devil Hinata then smiled. You know, as she walked up to Taejun, what do you say you stay here with me? You kinda look handsome. Get away from him, he's mine, said Fluffy. Not bad, said Hinata. You two can leave now. What? Said Taejun confused. What about you abducting me and killing us? I can still do that, she said. Oh, no, 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 said Teijun. I know you're an older Naruto from a different universe. Because you're not from here, are you? I was just curious to see how you move and react to my techniques. But now, I'm bored, she said, as she burst into flames. As Fluffy and Teijun just sighed as they went to another universe. Universe 208. Rasengan, said Teijun as him and another Naruto with an eye patch and weird robes, as the both of them were sent flying back. A little girl was watching the battle as well. Go Kenpachi, kick his ass, the girl said, as Teijun was fighting an alternate Naruto that goes by Kenpachi. Revenge is never the answer, and yet you're full with it, said Teijun. What are you after? Teijun asked. I want to kill him for stabbing me with a Shidori. And all of them will crumble at my feet, it doesn't matter who it is. Tsunade, Jiraiya, I will kill all of them, said Kenpachi. You know, you have turned out the worst, said Teijun. But at least, you know what? I have things to do. Fluffy, Teijun said, as Fluffy arrived, and the both of them come away. Damn alternate me, said Kenpachi. Another universe, universe 730. As Teijun and Fluffy couldn't believe what they were seeing. In this universe, every single person is naked. As Fluffy smiled, can't we stay here? Fluffy said. We need to get back to the mission, said Teijun. Oh, come on, let's just stay for a bit. Fluffy, said Teijun. Alright, as they warped away to universe 1460, as the both of them were in a hall, as they were looking around on a lot of statues with people, Jiraiya, Minato, as it read under it, Heroes of Peace, as they then saw someone open the large door, as it was a younger version of him, Naruto, as he had an X on his cheek. He was wearing a lab coat. Huh? Who are you people? Naruto asked. Is this him? Asked Teijun, as Fluffy nodded. So, do you have the formula for traveling back in time? Teijun asked, as Naruto looked curious. And why should I tell you that? Well, I bet you do. Fluffy, pack your bags. It's time to go home, said Teijun that smiled. Back on the battlefield, as we skip back to the present time, Teijun was eyeing the great Susanoo. Not again, Teijun said. Even if Sasuke couldn't keep the Susanoo up for a long time, it was still one of the most powerful jutsu that the Uchiha owned. Luckily, when he fought Gaara, he used up the old energy from the other universe, so now he just has a small amount of energy from the Sanbai, the Gobe, and the Rokibai. So, the Susanoo chakra level was quite depleted. Teijun then slammed his hand together. 7 sealing styles, 7 flavors, as 7 flavor ramen cup dropped from the sky as they surrounded the giant Susanoo. Summoning jutsu, said Teijun, as he summoned Gamabunta as well. Hey, who the hell do you think you are? I don't know how you summoned me, but... As Gamabunta then looked at Teijun. Wait, how did you get so old? He said. Complicated, Chief Toad. Talk about it with my young self later, but now I have a Susanoo to destroy. As Gamabunta then looked at the Uchiha. Your ancestor, Mother Uchiha, eat a lot of my friends. As Gamabunta growled. If we're going to win, we have to destroy that armor, said Teijun, as Gamabunta leapt up into the air. Die, Uchiha, said Gamabunta as he drew his sword. Sasuke then created a sword in the Susanoo hand as the two blades collided. As Teijun noticed something, the sword that Sasuke is using is weaker than the old one. Wind release. Drilling ear bullet, Teijun said, as blasts of wings flew from his mouth and struck right into the Susanoo. Gamabunta, hop back, said Naruto as Gamabunta did, as he landed back, as Sasuke started to laugh. Oh, that's rich. You think a stupid creature like that can defeat me? No, I just needed to do this. As the Susanoo sword was warped away from him, Give that back, dope, said Sasuke. Kamui, as the sword was sucked away by a warping vortex. How dare you? As the only thing he had left now was a Yaramiro. Hey, Gamabunta, soak him in oil, said Tejon, as Gamabunta fired oil at the Susanoo. Fire release, flaming bullet, as the fire got hold of the oil as everything blasts right into the mirror. As Sasuke started to sweat, let's keep up the heat, said Tejon, as Gamabunta grinned as he kept it up. As Sasuke wasn't in fully control of his body, and he still used out a lot of energy fighting Tejon earlier, so it was causing him a lot of strain to keep up the Susanoo. As they then stopped that as they added wind and water together to create a vortex that slammed into the mirror as the mirror started to crack. No, you wouldn't. As the yellow mirror shattered, blasting the Susanoo away, as Tejon then smiled as Fluffy appeared beside him, as both Fluffy and Tejon jumped off of Gamabunta's head. Why do you look familiar? Asked Gamabunta as he looked at Fluffy. It's nothing, said Fluffy, as she and Tejon started to form a black Rasengan, as the both of them yelled out at once, Tail Beast Shuriken Rasengan! The attack was sent flying across the sea as it struck the Susanoo with a boom. As the Susanoo was torn to pieces and the weakened Sasuke was sent flying out as he crashed into a stone wall. It's time to finish this, said Tejon, as Tejon then closed his eyes as he remembered all of his friends. As Fluffy then vanished, as a blue, giant amount of chakra was forming inside Tejon's hands, as the blue orb had a fox head, as it then turned vicious with 9 swirling tails around it. Behold, Fox Art, my ultimate jutsu, with all of my powers in it. Striking Shadow Ramen, as they grabbed onto Sasuke, pinning him down, as Gamabunta vanished, as this was going to be big, as Sasuke snapped back to reality, as lightning cackled off his hand and he ripped off all of the ramen. Shadow Shidori, he said, as a giant, darker version of the Shidori appeared, as the both of them dashed forward as they slammed their attacks into each other with a bang, as this wiped out everything in the area. Everything was sent flat. As Tejon attack break right through Sasuke Shidori and strike him right through his heart, as Sasuke turned into light as he vanished, as Tejon fell to the ground, as Tejon smiled up into the air. His time was close. As his eye slowly closed, thank you, Fluffy, he said, as his body then turned into light and vanished as well. At the Akatsuki hideout, Utsukata body fell to the ground as the 6 tails was sucked right out of him, as the boulder that blocked the entrance was smashed to pieces, as Oniki and his team was standing there. Deidara, said Oniki, as Deidara smirked. Why, if it isn't my art, hating sensei. It was then that a green light appeared on Utsukata. What the? As everyone looked closely as Utsukata opened his eyes. How is he alive? We just extract the 6 tails out of him, Kisame said. So, that Uzumaki boy was right. He placed a life emergency seal to draw forth Senju chakra and convert it into life force to revive him. Get him now, said Oniki, as the 2 ninjas grabbed him and got Utsukata to safety. As Oniki then destroyed the entire cave as all of the holograms vanished. Meanwhile, at the Rain Village, the highest tower, Pain blinked as he frowned. What power! The Stone Village should not be underestimated. As he then turned to Konan, did we lose anyone? Kakazu was vaporized in that attack, but I believe Madara escaped. The statue was also damaged, but the tail beast's energy should revive it. Something like that cannot destroy it, she said. Good, we will not be denied, and we will bring peace to this world, but now we need a replacement for Kakazu. 3 years then passed as the Akatsuki was back again. Naruto has improved a lot as all of the girls were now at Jonin level, as Naruto also had his own little team. Konohamaru called Team Naruto Konohamaru, Mogi, and Udon. As Naruto's team, all of them got Chunin by Naruto Shippuden era, as Naruto's name was spread across the 5 great ninjas wide, as he fully mastered all of his Kekkei Genkai, and he was virtually unstoppable. His girlfriends, who became his wife after a few months before the Akatsuki resurfaced, each of them were known across the land as well, as each of them was wanted for 30 million bounty on their head, as Naruto was wanted for 60 million. Eventually, the Akatsuki reappear as they captured Gaara, as Taejun had planned for all of that, as he placed the same seal on Gaara, and in the end, Sasori was killed off by Naruto, who came to rescue Gaara. Itachi also went up against Oniki as he took him down in an incredible battle, with Itachi had to resort to pushing himself to using Susanoo, as Roshi, the Oniki's brother, was named the new Kage after that. Eventually, Danzo managed to track down Pain as the both of them square off at the Rain Village. As the battle was epic with Danzo and his root agents, but in the end, Danzo fall, but he did manage to get one of the paths back to Konoha to warn them. And this led to a battle where Naruto faced off against Pain. After an epic battle, Naruto talked to Nagato, and Nagato used his power to restore everyone that died in the Leaf Village. Konan left the Akatsuki after this to rule the Hidden Rain in Nagato's place, though it also had to do something with the kid that was born a few months later. Eventually, after the team of Deidara and Kisame managed to overpower and capture Killer Bee, who really escaped, the Raikage called a 5-summit Kage meeting that was consist of Roshi, Gaara, Mei, A, and Naruto, along with his wives, as Madara Uchiha declared the 4th Great Ninja War on them to capture the remaining tail beasts, the 2 and the 9 tails. The Raikage, who found out later that his brother was alive, faced off against Kisame and Deidara, as he then took off with B, as Kisame and Deidara had to retreat. So in the end, the war then started, Madara with Kisame, Deidara, and Zetsu on his side, and 100,000 Zetsu clones. And the allied shinobi forces were then formed, as all of the 5 great nations and the smaller nations combined to wipe out the enemy. And in the end, the shinobi alliance was proven triumphant as they won the war. And Naruto did something stupid by promising Shin, a princess, that they can come together and form a new princess, as he didn't understand what he was agreeing to. 20 years after the war, the Uzumaki/Namikaze generation was built. 27 kids, as the 7 Hokage Naruto Uzumaki reigned over Konoha and is deemed as the strongest person on the earth right now. As we skip to the Fox realm, as Taejun opened his eyes. "What? Where am I?" he said, as he looked around as Fluffy was beside him. "I thought I was dead," he said. "Well, you are kind of," said Fluffy. "But you're going to enjoy yourself here," she said. "What do you mean?" Taejun asked. "Just look." "Naruto?" said a voice as Naruto turned to see Hinata, as she rushed up to him and hugged him. How are you?" As he then took in her appearance, she had fox ears and a fox tail. As Fluffy then smiled. As Fluffy then spoke, "You did a good thing for this world, Taejun. If it wasn't for you, the world would have probably ended. So you deserve everything that your heart desire. And seeing that I control everything here," as Fluffy snapped her finger, and every girl from the Naruto universe appeared. What are you doing? Said Taejun. Have a good time, said Fluffy, as she vanished. As all of the girls started strip naked, as Taejun couldn't believe what he was seeing. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this right here. Thank you for following me on this journey, and I hope you enjoy this final episode. And remember to go ahead and check out What If Naruto had took his training seriously. So go and enjoy that. And I'm going to be posting What If Naruto created his own village over there. So stay in tune for that as well. And I also am going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto joined the Akatsuki. So stay in tune for that as well. And thank you all for your help and your support, guys. But for now, I'm out. This will be the final time you're hearing this. Thank you for enjoying What If Naruto had 9 Kekkei Genkai. See ya. Peace.